What's up, YouTubers? This is Matador coming at you with a WoW Classic video. World of Warcraft Classic releases summer 2019. This video is to help you prepare for how to be top DPS as a hunter. The priority rating spec for level 60 hunters in Classic and Vanilla WoW was marksmanship. So we're going to take a look at the marksmanship talents. First of all, you're going to put 5 points in efficiency, which reduces the mana cost of your abilities by 10%. The next thing you're going to do is put 5 points in lethal shots. This increases your crit strike chance with ranged weapons by 5%. Anytime you have an opportunity to increase crit or hit, it's usually a good idea. Since you are marksman, you are responsible for putting up the max amount of improved hunter's mark as well as rolling with true shot aura. So you're going to put all 5 points in improved hunter's mark. On the next row, you're going to take aimed shot, which is your main ability that you use on bosses alongside multi-shot. You're going to put 3 points in Hawkeye so you can stand at maximum distance. You're going to put 5 points in Mortal Shots, which increases your ranged weapon critical strike damage bonus by 30%, which is pretty big. You're going to avoid putting points in your Stings and your Arcane Shot because you won't be using these abilities. Instead, you'll put 3 points in increased damage by multi-shot. Next, you're going to put 5 points in ranged weapon specialization, which increases your damage with ranged weapons overall by 5%. And finally, you put 1 point in True Shot Aura, which you will roll with to increase attack power of party members by 50. So you'll be put with other ranged or melee attack power dealers. The other points in this spec will be put in Beast Mastery. You'll put 5 points in Improved Aspect of the Hawk for a chance that you will increase your ranged attack speed by 30%. Hunters have to remember to weave their auto attacks in between their auto shot and multi-shot at all times to sustain their DPS. You'll put 2 points in Improved Revive Pet because a dead pet isn't doing any DPS and pets like to die on occasion, so you want to be able to resurrect them as soon as possible. The next 3 points to get to the next level are up to you what you want to do with them. You can put them in health or armor is probably the best two to go with. I'm going to put it with armor. The next 5 points you're putting in Unleash Fury, which increases the damage done by your pets by 20%. And then you have a choice to make. You can either throw the last 3 points in Crit Strike of your pets, or you can go over here, and I will, and put 3 points in Monster Slaying. Because so many of the first bosses in MC and Onyxia and BWL are Dragonkin or Giants, this makes sense for starting out at level 60, but you can move that around however you like. And this is the initial marksman spec at level 60. Now we're going to take a look at what it looks like when you go about halfway down the marksmanship tree, and then you can split off into full Beast Mastery or full Survival. None of these are better than marksman by any means, but they are alternatives that you can mess around with. If you're doing this spec, then you need to put 5 points in efficiency, which will reduce the mana cost of your ranged abilities. You'll put 5 points in lethal shots again, which will give you a free 5% chance to crit with ranged weapons. You're again going to spec aim shot because this is a massive damage dealing ability that you always use against bosses. You'll also put the 3 points in Hawkeye, which allows you to stand at max distance. At this point, you just need to put one other point into this tree, which you can put wherever you want. The standard is just to go with Improved Hunter's Mark. Even though you won't necessarily be using it in a raid because the marksman hunter will, you can use it on your own terms or in 5-mans or 10-mans if you're the only hunter. You'll put 5 points in Mortal Shots, which increases your ranged weapon critical strike damage by 30%. So 20 points in marksmanship. Now we're going to move left and we're going to take a look at what it looks like to go Beast Mastery with Marksman. You'll put 5 points in improved aspect to the Hawk so that you can increase your ranged attack speed auto attacks. Then you'll put 2 points in improved revive pet so that you can revive your pet as soon as possible when they go down. You can pick between either health or armor for your pet, doesn't particularly matter. You'll put all 5 points in Unleashed Fury, which increases damage by your pets by 20%. Then you'll move down and put all 5 points in Ferocity, which increases the critical strike chance of your pets by 15%. You'll put 2 points in Bestial Discipline, which increases the focus regeneration of your pets by 20%. You'll move over and put 1 point in Intimidation, which is a 1-minute stun ability, which you won't really use in raids unless you're attacking an ad that can be stunned. However, you use it to get down to Bestial Wrath at the end of the tree. So at this point, you need to spend a couple of points in order to move down to Frenzy, and so it's up to you where you want to put these. I'm going to recommend you put 2 points in Improved Men Pet so that you can cure your own pet of any curse, disease, magic, or poison effect that they might have got on them from a boss that does these abilities. Then you'll put all 5 points in Frenzy, which gives your pet a 100% chance to gain a 30% attack speed after dealing a critical strike, which is awesome. Bestial Wrath is an amazing ability on the 2-minute cooldown, which sends your pet into a rage, and they do an additional 50% damage for 18 seconds. And that's what the Beast Mastery / Marksman spec looks like. Next, we're going to clean out the Beast Mastery side and leave the 20 points in Marksman and move over to Survival. Survival is mostly a PvP spec or a trap-based spec, so doing it in a raid is a little difficult, but we'll give it a shot. First of all, you're going to put all 3 points in Monster Slaying so you can do additional damage to the bosses that are of these types, particularly Giants and Dragonkin, when you first start off. You also put 3 points in Humanoid Slaying for when you fight human bosses as well, and it's great for PvP. The next 5 points don't particularly matter, however I'll recommend you put them in Entrapment in case you are putting down slow traps for mobs that you have to kite around. This is helpful. Next, I recommend you put all 5 points into Survivalist so it increases your maximum health, which is just survivability. I'll also recommend you put 1 point in Deterrence, which allows you to increase your dodge and parry chance by 25% for 10 seconds. It has a long cooldown, but if you're in an oh crap situation where you're about to take a lot of damage, you might get activated. Next, you're going to put 3 points in Sure-Footed because this is the hit chance increase by 3%. Then you're going to put 2 points over an improved Feign Death, which reduces chance that you'll be resisted when you do Feign Death, which will save you from dying whenever you mess up a pull. Then you'll put 3 points in Killer Instinct, which increases your crit strike chance with all of your attacks by 3%. Next, you'll put all 5 points in Lightning Reflexes, which gives you an additional 15% agility, which is a huge boost. And then you'll put 1 point in Wyvern Sting, which really doesn't have any effect in raids, but is cool in PvP and out in the world. And that's the basics of the Survival / Marksman spec. Thanks for checking out my video. If you appreciated it, leave a like or subscribe or comment down below so I know you want more classic WoW videos.